All right, y'all, we back with another reaction. This one right here is rotten smell led to grisly discovery inside Florida storage unit. What could that smell be? What was in that storage unit? Let's find out.
Happened with Shakira Rucker.
A Florida mom of 4 goes missing and her family launches a desperate search to find her. But they are left heartbroken when a strange smell coming from a closed storage unit alerted witnesses that something wasn't right. Police body cam video gives us a closer look at how the investigation played out and the brutal crime spree the suspect allegedly went on that left a woman dead. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law&Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Oh, no.
Authorities in Orange County, Florida say a man named Corey Hill shot and killed his estranged wife, 37-year-old Shakira Rucker, in 2023 in his rented storage unit and left her body inside to decompose. From there, he allegedly went on a wild crime spree before finally being taken into custody. At last check, he now faces 9 charges, including first-degree murder and attempted second-degree murder, and the state seeking the death penalty in this case. Now, Shakira was a mom of 4 kids, then 7, 9, 16, and 18 years old.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, bro. 4 kids and you took her life, dog. That's some selfish ass shit, man. 4 kids, my nigga, and you took her life. You a cold nigga, man.
Her family told Fox Orlando that she was a devoted member of her church and a beloved part of the community. But I want to lay all this out for you. I want to lay out exactly what authorities believe happened here. So we begin with family members who reported to the Orange County Sheriff's Office that they last heard from Shakira on November 11th, 2023. Multiple agencies in Orlando and the surrounding areas were involved in a search to find her, with the sheriff saying deputies were putting in 16 to 18-hour days as they tried to find her. Now, according to Winter Springs Police, on the night of November 11th, Shakira was seen on surveillance video at a restaurant with Corey Hill. The next morning, the two were seen entering the storage facility known as Your Storage Units in Apopka. According to investigators, Hill was apparently seen leaving, but Shakira...
Here we go again. Couples posting themselves all on social media looking happy.
...never came out. Authorities say Hill shot Shakira inside that storage unit, his storage unit, closed it up, and left. Nearly a week later, on November 18th, deputies were called out to that facility because of a bad smell and some sort of liquid starting to ooze out from under the door. Authorities later said that was blood. According to court documents, the property manager had already opened the unit door and thought she saw a human head. Body cam video shows 2 deputies responding, and they're directed to the storage unit, which is closed, but it doesn't have a lock, so they open it up.
All right.
What the fuck?
Is it unlocked?
Oh. You have to look that to the side.
What the fuck?
10-4, black female, no pulse, no vitals.
As the investigation got underway, deputies learned that a witness, who was a storage unit right next to Hill's, had reported to employees that there was something off with the nearby unit. And he claims the employees kind of brushed it off, saying it was probably oil or something that had spilled, and that they couldn't open up the unit without permission from the owner, from the tenant. And deputies spoke with the witness the day after Shakira's body was found.
When I went over there, got the car, drove to the event, hung out with my girlfriend. When I came back, it was like 6:40, so the office is closed. And I noticed something was dripping towards my unit. I filmed it, I took pictures of it, and then...
that was about what time?
It was 6:40, 6:40.
Damn, so this nigga's...
Sunday afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but no one was there, so I couldn't tell them.
Wait, we're gonna have to make this make sense. So, he takes her to a storage unit, he kills her in the storage unit, and he doesn't even lock it. He doesn't try to hide her body. He just leaves her body laying on the storage unit floor, blood leaking everywhere and leaking into the next door neighbor, into the next storage unit. And he just closed the door and didn't even lock it. It's like he didn't give a fuck. Why? What? I wonder what led up to that. All right, let's see what they talk about.
You know, hey, this is what's happening. So I came back because I was getting sick. And I had to do another thing. after, Monday morning, I went back to over there, told them, hey, this is what's happening. There was 3 workers there. One of them wasn't taking me that seriously.
Okay.
And the other one, he was like, okay, well, I told him, come with me, I'll take pictures, because, you know, it's seeping into my unit.
Yeah.
And after that, they told me they were going to call me. And I was sick, so I stayed home the rest of the time. And then Saturday, when you guys were
Yesterday.
over there,
Yeah.
So 6 days later.
I went there in the morning because I was getting better. And I told her, hey, what's the update? You know, what's going on? She didn't know anything about it. She told me that the manager had told her it was like an oil spill.
Did you speak to the same person
No,
or
it was a different girl.
a different employee?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I went into my unit, that's when I noticed it started to smell bad.
Okay.
And she was like, I can't do anything about it. I can't go in there. And then
They said they can't go in there?
yeah.
Okay. Now, I'm asking you all these questions, and I'm going to have you fill out a statement.
Yeah.
And I really need that statement to be how you're telling me.
What
and
you're telling us
very
verbatim.
specific to
Yes.
the detail.
Yes.
If you run out of space, I'm going to get you more paper because it
Perfect.
seems like you're going to run out of space.
Okay.
I'm going to have you more paper, but this needs to be really detailed. And then also, when you saw that that leakage on Sunday,
Yes.
did it see was it like fresh, like liquidy?
Yes. It looked okay. So there was red, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's also like a clear liquid. So my thought was maybe someone stuck a fridge in there.
What
put
the
smoke
fuck?
in it, and it just dripped out.
They got a
That's why
dead
I
body in
was
this next unit.
keen on calling right
Yeah.
away. But if I would have known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you obviously know what the situation is now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you saw on the news,
you
right?
did your
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, I found out through my girlfriend. She's the one that's like, is this your storage unit area? I was like, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
And now that I went over there, got the car, I noticed there's no lock on the
Right.
unit next door. So I'm like, okay. I put 2 and 2 together. I don't like that they weren't taking me seriously with the whole situation.
Oh yeah, see that's what I was just gonna get into. That they wasn't taking him seriously. He like, hey, it's an odor coming from next, is shit leaking. So I wonder how the storage unit gonna move forward with him. Cause I'm like, nigga, I don't want my shit next to that shit. What they gonna do for him? But on a sadder note, man, that's fucked up. This is a mother of 4, and the kids have to find out that their mother is dead inside of a storage unit. That's fucked up, man. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a
Exactly.
Now, this witness took a few photos of what he saw, saying the liquid was leaking toward his unit.
So that's when I noticed it, November 12th. 6th,
You noticed
26th.
all that right there.
All that was happening. Yeah.
Well,
How many more pictures are there?
There's that one where I zoomed in and I took a flash one because I kind of noticed that it was red.
November 12th, 6:47 p.m.
Yep. And then that video was by accident. You can't really see anything.
Okay. So
So
then we'll just
focus on the other one.
Yep.
Yep.
Can you email these pictures to
Yeah.
us? And then we'll give you our work emails.
The deputies went over the timeline with the witness, who says when he first went to his unit on November 12th, there was nothing amiss. But when he came back later that day, that's when he noticed the liquid. And police believe that Shakira was shot sometime after the unit neighbor left, but before he came back on November 12th.
so around 7 and 7:30, you went
Yes.
to go pick up that car,
Yes.
and you didn't see anything. Good to know. All right. And then when you came back at 6:46 to drop the car back off,
That's when
you saw it. Okay.
Now, a warrant for Corey Hill's arrest for murder
Damn.
gives us more details about what
All right.
investigators found.
Where's
at
the
scene.
boyfriend
Reads,
at?
quote, deputies
The husband,
arrived on
whatever.
scene and smelled the distinct odor of human decomposition emanating from storage locker 3032. The storage unit was then open, and a black female in blue shirt and blue pants, remember that attire, blue shirt, blue pants, was found and pronounced deceased. And the female's hair was a fired cartridge casing. So employees were able to give deputies information about Hill's rental history, as well as a copy of his driver's license.
What is
Deputies
going
obtained
on?
the search warrant, documented what they found in the arrest paperwork. It reads, there was also blood near the female on the ground and walls. There was no evidence to suggest the victim was shot somewhere outside of the storage unit and then moved into the storage unit. There is evidence that the perpetrator attempted to conceal the body haphazardly by placing 2 tires in front of the body. Based on the positioning of the female's body, the tires were placed there after the female fell to the floor. Then
Oh
you have
my
video
God.
surveillance. So video surveillance at the storage facility reportedly showed Hill arriving in his car with someone in the passenger seat wearing, remember what I said,
Blue.
a blue shirt and blue pants, so the exact attire worn by the victim in this case. When the car leaves about 20 minutes later, according to deputies,
Solo.
no one is in the passenger seat. According to the arrest warrant, Rucker had recently discovered her estranged husband had been in a romantic relationship and living with another female. Rucker and the paramour learned they had both
Nigga. So you killed her so that you could go on and be with your bitch, your side bitch? Oh, come on, man. Come on.
been deceived by Hill. So, according to deputies, in the hours after he allegedly killed Shakira, he tried to kill this other woman as well. So
Wait, plot twist, plot twist, plot twist. I didn't even read the first half of that. So he got caught. Basically both his bitches was like, hold up, nigga. She caught you, your main bitch, and the side bitch was like, whoa, I didn't even know you had a main bitch. So he goes and kills his main bitch and then goes to try to kill his side bitch. Oh, no. Damn. This nigga tripping.
deputies discovered that a woman named Angel Milligan actually had a protective order in place against Hill. But approximately 3 hours after he's believed to have killed Shakira, Hill reportedly showed up at Milligan's house with a gun. According to an arrest warrant for this incident, Milligan was outside her home with her cousin Christopher and her 2 sons were inside. Angel advised that she looked down the street and noticed a black vehicle, which she identified as the vehicle belonging to Corey Hill, ex-boyfriend of 2 months. Angel said she recognized the vehicle because it was an ambassador sign on the outside of it. The vehicle approached the front of her house. Corey exited the vehicle while holding a small black handgun. Angel and Christopher began running towards the front door in an attempt to enter the residence, and Corey immediately began shooting at them.
Whoa.
Angel said she heard what she believes was a round or a bullet fly closely by her ear. So the warrant says that Milligan hid in the bathroom while her cousin went to a bedroom, and he told deputies that Hill kicked down the door of the bedroom holding a gun at his side.
Whoa.
Christopher claims that he was holding Milligan's 1-year-old son at the time. Hill was allegedly holding a gun down at his side and demanded to know where Milligan was. Now, at some point, Hill left the home.
Damn.
Milligan, her cousin, her children, they were physically unharmed. But the warrant goes on to detail the damage that was done, or apparently done, to Milligan's home. Quote, upon responding to the residence, there were 4 bullet holes observed in the front door, casing found outside of the front door. There were 2 bullet holes located on the back wall where there's a desk and computer station set up, and 1 bullet hole observed on the side of the wall in the living room area, which is where the children were sitting at the time of the shooting. There was also video surveillance of Corey running up to the home with a firearm and surveillance showing him kicking in the kitchen window and entering the residence. So according to the warrant, Milligan had called Shakira, who she learned was Hill's wife, and when Hill found out, he reportedly told Milligan she would regret doing that. Now, in terms of a timeline here, Hill was actually arrested for that shooting at Milligan's home first before being connected to the storage unit where Shakira's body was found. So at last check, right now, in all, he faces 9 counts in Orange County Court. First-degree murder with a firearm, attempted first-degree murder with a firearm, 3 counts of attempted second-degree murder with a firearm, burglary of a dwelling with an assault or battery with a firearm, shooting at, within, or into a building, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, keep that in mind, violation of domestic violence injunction or foreign protection order by threatening violence.
Yeah, it's over for you, buddy. It's over for you. You on surveillance. You got niggas shooting, almost hitting kids. You on camera. It's over for you, buddy. He went out with a bang. I'm surprised. Usually when something like this, somebody goes to this extent, they usually turn a gun on themselves. I'm surprised he didn't turn a gun on himself.
And get this, Hill has not only been accused of murder before, but he was convicted and served time in prison on this. According to WESH in Orlando, Hill was featured in a news report back in 1992 in Suffolk, Virginia. His car had apparently been stolen with his 2-year-old daughter inside. She was actually thrown out of the car window as 2 suspects got away, but reportedly only had cuts and bruises. But according to police, Hill ended up seeking revenge against one of the suspects, confronting him at this guy's home. There was some sort of fight. This altercation ended up with Hill shooting the man. He was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 20 years in prison. Now, it's unclear exactly when he got out, but he reportedly moved to Orlando in 2016, according again to WESH. Angel Milligan told Fox 35 Orlando that she didn't know about Hill's criminal past. So for this heinous series of crimes in Florida, the prosecutor's office announced in January of 2024 they would be seeking the death penalty against Hill.
Damn.
At a news conference announcing this update, Shakira's sister was given a chance to speak on behalf of the family.
We stand here vulnerable.
Bro, this nigga is crazy, bro. All because he got caught cheating. And the main bitch like, yeah, it's over with. And then the side bitch like, yeah, it's over with. He ready to kill them both, and he killed one. He was successful at one, and then he tried to kill the. There's some sick motherfuckers out there, man. Some sick motherfuckers out there.
And open to share that it's been difficult for our family during this time. It's been a very emotional roller coaster. We've been angry, we've been sad, very confused. It's just an undescribable pain that we feel with what's going on with what happened with Shakira Rucker.
Damn.
We'll never have the chance to talk to her again. We'll never have the chance to spend any time. Her children will never be able to see her again. It's hard. It's hard.
She was overcome with emotion, really couldn't continue. So her brother finished things up.
I know that we as a family are moving forward. I know that this decision may not bring my sister back, but it's a step in a direction for justice. As a person of faith, I pray for everybody involved, and that God put a hedge of protection over their hearts, their minds, and their souls.
Now, since Hill's arrest in November of 2023...
I think her brother looked like he would have whooped this nigga ass, huh? Sucker ass nigga. This nigga killed his sister, man. God damn.
Been locked up without bail. This court case has crawled along towards trial. And I want to talk about an interesting motion that was filed by the defense that said all of the storage unit evidence should be suppressed. So the court document reads that the body of Shakira Rucker was found in the storage unit. Police made several observations of the body in the storage unit. Although a search warrant was later obtained for the storage unit, it appears that the items found within were removed prior to the service of search warrant. Even if that were not the case, the warrant is premised upon facts discovered in the initial warrantless entry. It continues, police are permitted to enter a premises to respond to an emergency situation without a warrant so long as there is no accompanying intent to search or investigate. In this case, police had no intention of rendering aid or responding to an emergency. They responded with an intent to investigate and did so without a warrant. For that reason, the search of the storage unit should be suppressed. This is a standard defense argument, violation of a defendant's Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches and seizures. But the prosecution pushed back, saying the deputies had permission from the property manager to enter the unit, which is laid out in the rental agreement. Quote, law enforcement's initial viewing of and entry into the subject storage unit was done with the permission of the unit's owner. This matter is governed by a rental agreement that the defendant entered with storage unit's properties. Paragraph 12 of the rental agreement states, owner's right to enter in cases where the owner considers it necessary to enter the space for purposes of examining the space for violations of this agreement or conditions in the space, or for making repairs or alterations thereto, or to otherwise comply with this agreement, the occupant agrees that the owner or the owner's representative shall have the right, without notice, to enter into the space and to remove contents to another space and continue to store such contents at the sole cost and expense of the occupant. The prosecution also notes law enforcement was acting in their role as community caretakers in opening the subject storage unit in order to determine if there was in fact a deceased human being inside prior to obtaining a search warrant. And in the end, the judge sided with the prosecution, basically saying there were exigent circumstances that allowed the deputies to open the unit, so that motion to suppress by the defense was denied. And for now, the case seems to be on track to go to trial sometime in 2026 with monthly check-ins with the court between now and then. But let me just go back to Shakira for a moment. So Shakira Rucker's family started a GoFundMe to raise money for Shakira's 4 children. On the GoFundMe page, Shakira's sister, Leona, wrote, "It is with heavy hearts that we share the devastating news of the tragic loss of our beloved Shakira.
Yeah, they raised
She was
36
a loving
bands.
mother to 4 beautiful children and a
good.
victim of senseless violence. Shakira was murdered by her husband and left lifeless in a storage unit for 6 days.
That's
her family
fucked up.
went on a manhunt to locate her. However, a citizen located her first. This was unexpected and has taken a major toll on her children. This is not for burial services. This is strictly for the kids' future." According to the GoFundMe, Shakira's then 18-year-old son was taking over the care of his younger siblings.
Damn. 6 days. Your mother is in a storage unit dead for 6 days because this crazy nigga done killed her because he got caught cheating. My nigga, you done took her life and you tried to take your bitch you was cheating on that they said you was only with for 2 months. You tried to take her life. Something is wrong with you, bro. Something is wrong with you, my nigga. Like, what are you doing? It's see, this is the thing I don't get, that why do people forget? Why do guys forget? Before I would go to the extent of killing a woman, that is so many more women out here, more bitches in the sea, man. There's so many bitches out here that you was willing to give up your life, the rest of your life, over one, instead of just walking away from her. And look, here's the cold part, y'all. Y'all done had exes before, right? Yeah, y'all might bump and clash and break up, but guess what? You might fuck around and circle back and see her again 2 years later, and you might smash again. That's the cold part. Just because y'all going through a bad, bumpy road right here don't mean it may last forever. Some of these women are forgiving, and they may give you a second chance, brother, and you can try again. And this time when you do it, just make sure you do your shit right, or if you're going to cheat, which I wouldn't suggest, you know what I mean? You should be a little smoother. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
So it's a really, really sad situation. We'll put up the GoFundMe page. Our hearts and prayers go out to the family, and we will keep a careful eye on updates in this case, bring them to you as they develop.
All right. That was a good one. I'm not mad at that one. Rest in peace to her. Rest in peace to her. Condolences to her family as well, and her kids, her 4 kids, who had to find out that their mother was dead for 6 days in a storage unit, man. This was on Law&Crime Network. This was called Rotten Smell Led to Grisly Discovery Inside Florida Storage Unit. I'm going to go ahead and smash that like on there. Booyah. You know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. You know what I'm saying? We are seeing a pattern here with all these reaction videos that we're doing with couples where, you know, they're making it like they're happy, they're in love, they're showcasing themselves on social media. Then come to find out, you know, it ain't all peaches and cream like they're painting that perception to be on social media. And now they end up killing their girlfriends. Why does it have to go to that extent? I don't get it. Why do you got to go that far? It's so many women in the world. Why do it got to go that far? And then why are you willing to give up the rest of your life and be in jail with men for 40, 50, 60 years for life? Look, what did you win from that? You killed this woman, and what did you win in the end? Now you housed in here with nothing but men for the rest of your life. So, you know, it's balancing options, man. You got to weigh it out, man. Is the risk worth the reward? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I do this, do I want to spend 60 years in jail around men when I could just say, fuck this bitch, if that's what I'm on, if that's my energy, and we're bumping and we're, you know what I mean? Fuck her. I'm going to just move on. Fuck her. I'm going to go find something else. Hell, go to a strip club, nigga. Go get your mind off and go get some. I mean, it ain't going to be the same because, you know, y'all got to establish a relationship and, you know, you in love with her. I get it, but it ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth throwing your life away. And it ain't worth taking somebody's life over something so stupid, especially when she got 4 kids, bro. Even if she had no kids. But she got 4 kids. She's a mother. And you done stripped them of her being in their life and them having a mother in their life because of your personal, you being caught cheating, which is weak as fuck. All right? Yeah, rest her soul, man. Rest her soul. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, though, man. We going to keep these reactions going. We got some great ones, man. Let's go. And as always, man, get ready for this next one.